Well, I think on all aspects we want to improve on the road, at home. We did have a solid body of work at home last year, but we can still improve. So, and one of the games where we could improve was the home opener. So I know a lot of guys remember last year, and we definitely don't want a repeat of that. So I think the focus will be super high this year.
Aside from that home opener, you guys were fantastic at home, really fun to watch. What is it about playing here at the Riot that really seems to bring out the best in everyone?
Yeah, I mean, obviously the fans being here and in force and loud and, kind of helps that initial part of the game. And then obviously you get some goals, it gets them involved even more. It helps out. But I think overall, we started to get really comfortable here, and it's something we're going to have to continue here. If we can stay hot at home and protect here, and then improve on the road, then we should overall be in a better team and higher up in the standings.
The opponent on Saturday, the Vancouver Whitecaps, pretty much had a roster rebuild this offseason. A lot of changes. How do you go into a game or approach a game not really knowing a ton about the opponent?
Well, we're going to watch as much video as we can and try and get an idea of what they like to do. But a lot of the focus will be on what we do and how sharp we can be, how quick we can play, how vicious we can be in front of goal, and worry about those things more than what the other team does. But we definitely want to get a glimpse, and we know they have more players, so there could be some things we don't see in the video that comes out, but we just got to be ready for it and just ready to put on our best.
Based on what you guys saw when you rewatched the Houston game, what jumped out to you in terms of like what you liked from that game and what you think and what you guys wanted to work on, kind of wanted to key in on to get better at?
Well, I think we could have punished them a bit more. I think we found ourselves in some really good spots that we let them off the hook a little bit. And then, but I thought overall it was a pretty solid first game. I mean, a lot of those things that why we didn't punish them was it's early in the season and we weren't as sharp as we could be and will be later in the season. But all in all, I thought we pretty solid team defensively. We only let up one shot, which is a good start. But we could even get better at that. I think there was places where we could be better on both offensively and defensively, but I think it was a lot of good things to start off the season with.
How much of that stuff can you translate from week to week, and how much of that stuff only has to do with the opponent that you played?
Well, a lot of the stuff is it's just moving together as a team, making sure when we decide we're going, everyone's there. When we decide we're going to drop, we're all dropping together. But a lot of it's the battle part of the game, and when the game is just both teams fighting, the game's really tight, not a lot of open space, is about to keep fighting, match their intensity, or even better it. But then at some point, we calm the game down and we get it moving and get the ball down on the ground and start playing. But you're going to have to do both, and you have to be able to switch at the split second, whether to play, whether to fight. And as we go, I think we'll get more of a feel of when to do what, but so far so good.
Do you feel Everton had a good balance of that, when to play, when to fight in the first game?
Yeah, for sure. I think he showed already. He's a player that plays for the team, and he's doing what's best for the team. And so all in all, it was solid from him, and I think that's what we'll just start to expect. That's him. He's going to give the same thing every game, every practice. So it's great.
You have a lot of the same roster back from last year. Does that continuity help early in the season, and especially that fighting and battling? Is it easier to fight with guys that you know better than a team of a bunch of newcomers?
I think, yeah, it could possibly. I think also it helps a bit more on the playing side. You have more, you have more tendencies. You know where guys are going to be. We know how Saba wants to play. We know where he wants the ball. We know where Corey likes it, Albert, and with the preseason being so short, you don't have a ton of time to really work on finding out each player's tendencies. So when you do play with each other for numerous years, it starts to help. And you see most of the good teams in the league have played together for at least a couple years before you see them consistently at the top.
Throughout, you've played soccer probably your whole life, and throughout every level there's been like the first game of the season, right? How much can you get from a first game of any season, like in general? is it always too early because it's the first game of a season?
I think, I mean, you could, I don't know. I mean, I think there's plenty of things to take from it, some things to throw out. But I think to get on the good defensive showing early is a good start. But every game is a new, it's a reset button. It's a quarter review each week. So this week we'll see how good we're doing, and then the next week the same thing. So each week's a new week, and it's expected for us to go and perform. And so, hopefully we continue to improve each week and get better and better, and just keep moving forward.
Mike just said a little earlier that he probably doesn't, or you guys probably don't expect Justin back for around 4 weeks, 4 to 6, around there. You guys have a lot of options at center back and just that back line, but like, what does it mean to miss him? Like, what are you guys gonna miss with him being out for so long?
Well, Justin's a big part of the team, and on the field and off the field, he's a big part of this team. So we're going to miss his presence. We're going to miss, what Justin brings every single day. And but this is part of sports, and good teams are able to they're able to overcome when guys go out, other guys step in, and it's such a long season that this is early times. I think we'll look back and forget that Justin was ever out, and so it's tough now for him and. For Justin being out, I know he wants to start the season strong, but this is something it'll help him grow in his progression of a professional, and it'll help our team grow. We more players on the field, and we just never know when injuries happen, and so this is the first step where we lost a guy, and we were able so far the first game to step up and manage to get a result on the road.
Kyle, does the feeling ever change the night before the home opener, just the excitement I'm sure that you felt throughout your entire career? Does it ever get old?
No, there's always excitement coming to play here, whether it's the first game or the last game or middle. It's always exciting coming home and playing in front of our fans. And, it's this first one's always tough. I mean, we get out of the altitude a little bit, and so it's going to be a tough game. It's going to be a grind at times, but this will be the first one. Hopefully we can put on a good performance and grind through this, the suffering out there, and get a win, and then move on to the next one.
How's it going to feel knowing that you're going to be sharing one final home opener with Nick Romano, longtime teammate?
Yeah, it's I'm trying not to think of too much. I feel like he's going to change his mind at halfway through the season. But yeah, we've had a lot of games to play together, and just knowing he's had our back for so many years, it's just a comfort feeling, knowing he's back there. So yeah, I guess thinking about it, it will be a special, that last home opener. But I'll see what I can do if I can get him to come back another year.